Hey everyone, this is Bert Burger, Sunova Surfboards. Now I'm going to be taking you through some of the shape and design features, performance features of the Search. So this board, originally, it's one of our earliest boards. It's actually the second SUP that we ever designed. And so the reason it was called the Search is because the requirement for this board in the first place was just an all-round paddle board. And basically it came under the classification of a touring board. And so the idea was that crew wanted a board that they could just go out and paddle flat waters, paddle the rivers, paddle the oceans, maybe even go on an adventure for a few days and really cover a range of conditions. And so the idea is that this board could be taken into the ocean. You could ride waves and moving swells. It would deal with chop and also cruise on flat water. And so over the years, it's quite interesting because it does exactly what it was designed to do. But an interesting thing is it also goes alright in the surf. It has a relatively narrow tail. Like if you look at the outline in general, it's like a stretched out gun or big wave board. The first one was 14, this one's 12, so we've got a slightly shorter version now as well. So it just has this very long, stretched out outline with a relatively narrow tail, which means that it actually can handle the surf and it can be turned off the tail. The feedback we've had over the years is that when crew take it into the ocean, especially in crosswinds, it's quite good. A lot of the what you call race boards, or boards that have the thicker front end, they can be really wind affected. Whereas with this board, having like a low surfboard rail and not much volume in the nose, it doesn't get wind affected from crosswinds, and so it does handle the ocean conditions pretty well. And I've actually had this out paddling with other crew where they've been on a 14-footer on this board, and I've been on a 14-foot flat water race board, and this keeps up fairly well. So it's a good all-round general paddle board that handles a range of conditions. It's just a very, very simple drawn-out rocker, drawn-out outline. We've got a flat bottom, nothing fancy. You've got all the options of one fin, and that really, the center fin just offers it stability. And yeah, look, that's it. And it is what it is. It's the Search, and it does cover a range of conditions. And if you're into touring and a little bit of surfing and catching some small waves, yeah, it's fine. It's relatively refined. It's just like a giant stretched out surfboard. And we're not really going to talk too much about its wave catching or wave surfing characteristics because it's not designed for that, but it actually does work in waves okay. We have the 4 plugs in this, so you can tie some stuff to the deck if you want. And so it's just classified as a touring board to cover a range of conditions from flat water through to ocean lumps.